Long before a baby is born, it's only natural for parents to dream about what that child is going to look like. Truth is, the odds of them being right are very, very long. Look at the numbers. Experts estimate there are 60,000 to 100,000 genes in a baby's 46 chromosomes, 23 coming from the mom, 23 from the father. All the possible combinations add up to this. One pair of parents can produce 64 trillion different children. That is a lot of variation. Some major, some minor, things like hair color or the shape of eyes or height, everything. Any physical trait you can think of. But most people aren't trying to answer the $64 trillion question here. There's just a simple, popular theory that newborns tend to look like their dad. The thinking goes like this: the mother's identity is never in doubt. The father's can be less certain in some cases. Now, put this reality in the context of hundreds of thousands of years of evolution, and the theory is that nature has determined fathers are far more likely to care for that child if it looks like him. Voila! Nature, according to this theory, concocts those genes so that the baby will look like the father and increase the likelihood of tender, loving paternal care, ensuring the baby is provided for and lives. Some research supports that popular theory. A 1995 study showed that people had an easier time matching photos of one-year-old children with photos of the biological father than with photos of the mothers. A persuasive finding, but one that was described this way by a psychologist at the National Center for Scientific Research in France. It's a very sexy result. It's seductive. It's what evolutionary psychology would predict, and I think it's wrong. Indeed, subsequent research has not replicated the 1995 finding. A 1999 study found that pictures of babies were matched equally with biological moms and dads. A 2004 experiment produced the same results, and a couple of other studies concluded that babies looked more like the mothers than like the fathers. And yet, one more inquiry found that the more time a father spends with a baby, the more he thinks the baby looks like him. So much for a simple theory. So where does this leave us? Well, with millions of cute babies, and very few answers for that age-old question: who do they look like?